So in this lesson we are going to make the player score. So first, while making the player score, let's make a text component. All right, so we will display the score in the here top right corner. So as you can see, we have created the text component. So that will, this is basically the UI component, and that will display the any text to the screen. All right, so this comes under the canvas. So basically canvas holds all the UI components. All right, so let's click on the canvas and let's go to the UI scale mode to scale with screen size, and let's type as 1920 by 1080. And this one is the text component. So let's rename this as player score text, and let's set the anchor of the player text to the top right corner. So if you click on the this anchor, we can just obviously set the anchor of the text. So let's click on the alt and shift both together. If you see, and you can see here the top right corner. So let's select this, let's click on the this top right corner. So this will move for the set the text to the in the top right corner. So this one, the text, as you can see, there are, you can see the new text. So here is the information that gonna show us. All right, so so let's rename this as score 0, and here is a color as well. So let's set, I will set it to the white, and I will make it some bit bold. So if you click on here, if you double click here, all right, so you can also move the transform, play with the some transform sections. I'm going to make it a bit large, and I'm going to increase the size of the font. All right, okay, so this will be the score that will be shown in the screen. Okay, so if I play here, okay, so this is good. So now we are going to make this score counting when we increasing when we collect the fruits. So for that, so let's create the new script, mono behavior script. So let's rename it as player score manager. Okay, just a second. Player score manager. So all right, so we have make the player score manager. What is manager? Okay, so we need to assign that script to the player, since the our colliders is in this cube game object. So we are going to add that player score manager to this cube game object, because when the when the fruits collide or triggers, basically in here it need to be trigger, right? So when the fruits trigger on this box collider, we need to increase the counter. So let's assign that script to this cube game object. All right, so let's edit the script. It should be of same name. All right, so let's delete this one. So first we need to make the text object like the text variable. So let's make the one serialize field text. So this text components, this text class is falls under the unity engine.ui directive. So that's why we need to use this unity engine.ui for using the text for any kind of UI component. So let's make it as player is for text. Okay, so let's create one counter variable for counting the score. So let's rename this as int or private int player score. Okay, so now there is one unity event function, like when the player or when the two colliders basically triggers each other, then the unity will call the trigger event unity. So this is the not this one, sorry, on trigger enter unity. Yeah, this is so this event or this function will be called when a collider with the collider that is trigger properties overlaps another collider. So if you set the collider that is trigger, means that we have said this one is trigger, right? So when the two colliders will be overlap, so this functions or this function will be called. So on trigger is invoked when the two game objects with the collider component touch or overlap. So and one of the collider components has the collider.isTrigger property enabled. Alright, so since we have enabled the one of the collider properties that is trigger true, so it will call the on trigger. So if you write the on trigger enter, alright, so this is the function that will be called when the overlap happens between the two collider. So now we are going to check the whether that and this other collider other means basically if you go here, all right, so the collider means the collided game object or the collided collider. So we are going to check whether that the triggered game object is fruits or not. All right, so you can also check, but okay, so it is good. So if you check for the other dot compare tag, all right, so if you check for fruits or fruit, so we are going to increase the counter. It will equals plus equals to 10. All right, so when the collided or the triggered game object is fruit, so we are going to increase the counter and we need to show to the text component. So player score text dot text will be equals, so let's name it the score plus player score. So that's it. Okay, so let's go to the our inspector. Since as you can see we are just comparing the tag, so but we have not created the tag until it. So as you can see, if you go to the if you select any of the fruits, the tags are untagged. So let's create the one fruit tag. So if you click on the tag and you can see the add tag, all right, so so let's create the one fruit tag. So the name must be same, the comparison name must be same, right? They must be same. So we have created the fruit tag, but we have not assigned it. So let's select all of the fruit and let's assign the tag as fruit. All right. So when you click on that cube, it is looking for the text component that you want to show the score, right? So the text component that we want to show is this player score text. So we just need to give the reference to it. Okay, so now if we play, okay, so as you can see here, this score component score is increasing. So but still we need to do some works, like when we collect the fruit, that collected fruit should be destroyed or disabled. So let's do it here. For example, after collecting the fruits, so let's destroy that fruit. All right, so we do have a destroy function. Okay, so what we want to destroy is other dot game object. Other dot game object means the fruit one. And you can also give the parameter, like if you want some if you want to delay the destroy, you can also give the parameter to the destroy function. So basically it will destroy the fruit after 1 second. For example, let's see the difference. So I'm going to immediately destroy the fruit. Let's see whether that will work or not. Okay, so as you can see, the collected fruit has been destroyed. Or still, if you want some delay, you can also give the parameter, for example 0.3 seconds. So after 0.3 second, we will destroy the fruit. So let's see. Okay, so as you can see, this one is destroying, working perfectly. I think this looks good. So for that, so let's create the another script, name as, you know, destroy manager. Okay, so let's add that script to the ground. I have attached the destroy manager to the all of the ground, and let's go to the edit script. So here, so we need to use the on collision enter. All right, so basically what does this on collision enter means? So when you go to the on collision enter, so basically this function or this event will be called when the collider or rigid body has begun touching another rigid body or the collider. That means, you know, when there is no any is trigger moment, so there is the collision. Then the collision event will be called. All right. So for that, we have used the on collision enter, since as you can see here in our box collider, none of the box collider is trigger. So if the fruits collided, or when the fruits fall from the basket and touches the ground, the collision enter event will be called. That's why we need to use the on collision enter. Okay, so so let's also check the condition. For example, if the collision.gameObject.compare tag is fruit, fruit, if the collided game object is fruit, then we are going to destroy that collided game object in for example in 0.5 seconds. Okay, so let's see. So as you can see here, the fruits are also destroying when collided with the game object, collided with the ground. So I think this one is too short, so let's do for the 1 second. So after 1 second, when the fruits collide with the ground, it will destroy. Okay, so this looks good. Okay, alright. So you can also do some experiment. So you can also do some changement as per your need. So thank you very much.